What's up guys, sharkeatyoshi back here again, bringing you another battle video. In today's battle video, I'm going to be bringing you a battle in the Showdown ladder. So let's go ahead and look for an opponent. We're going to be running the same team again. Hopefully we can do well with this team. This is a test team. I probably will change it up later on. Probably be running double megas, more supporting Pokemon, stuff like this. Because, yeah, so my opponent is running a pretty interesting team. Look at that. He's like, I don't need any legendary Pokemon to win me games. So, I like that, you know. People want to try out different things. And you should, because it is pre-2016. So, if you lose here, it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, the format doesn't really change until the 1st of next year. So, RIP VGC. LOL. It's so true. RIP VGC is so true. I think now you can actually see the chat this time. So what should I be running here today? My opponent has a very, very, very fast team and can put in a lot of work. So let's see what we can do. Hydreigon is a pretty nice Pokemon here. It can do a lot of damage to a lot of his Pokemon. So I might actually lead off with Hydreigon. Hydreigon is Choice Scarf, so like I said, he's not really running any bulky. I mean, he is running bulky Pokemon, but he's not running any legendary Pokemon, so that's a good Pokemon to lead off with. I could run Clefairy. Clefairy can wall out a lot of his team, but I think Dialga is better. Maybe Mewtwo. You know what? Mewtwo, Dialga, of course. I could bring in Landorus, but he doesn't really have any good Pokemon to intimidate, so I think Kangaskhan in the long run is better. I want to bring in Clefairy, but Clefairy's not really... Clefairy needs to be running a team that actually works. So, Rip Snake, no DLC. That's a cool name. And then he has OK. So, OK. For sure, it's going to have some shenanigans, which is pretty annoying. I don't know what Snake does. He intimidated me. I think that's what I think that's all it does. So let's just go for a Dark Pulse onto OK. Hopefully we can get a flinch off or something like that. And just go for a... I could go for a Side Shock onto Snake, but I don't know what Snake does. So let's see. Let's just kill things. Okay, I killed OK, and Side Shock the Snake, and I killed the Snake. Oh my goodness. I think my opponent is either having too much fun, or his team is not that good. I think he's having too much fun, because he put RIP VGC and then just sent out his team. Maybe he picked the wrong team. I think he picked the wrong team. Let's see what's going to happen next. So... Memes is going to come out, and this Thundurus. So Memes is a very nasty Pokemon. More than likely he's going to boost it up, which is for sure guaranteed. So we're going to want to take out Memes. Let's go for a Dark Pulse here, and then let's go for an Ice Beam onto Memes. Actually, no. Let's go for a Dark Pulse onto the Thundurus, and then go for an Ice Beam onto the Memes. Ice Beam should be enough to kill it. Dragon Pulse, okay, that's fine. Memes can't really do anything to me. He's gonna boost up his Pokemon, gonna do a lot of damage to paralyzes me. But we do knock out Memes, so this game is pretty much over at this point. So, let's go ahead and fake out and just go for an Ice Beam here, and the game should be over. So that was a relatively quick game. I'm probably gonna go ahead and throw you another challenge here. Mostly because my opponent is not running too much of Uvery Pokemon. Mewtwo's actually putting in work here. So, did I just miss the Ice Beam? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is my opponent running, what's that thing called? Bright Powder? Is my opponent running Bright Powder? Because I just missed the Ice Beam. What? Okay, that was funny. GG to my opponent. Let's go ahead and throw some GGs out. GG to my opponent. So that was a very quick game there. Let's go ahead and look for another challenge. So, okay, now we're seeing an actual VGC team. It looks very nasty. It looks like that's a Raikou that more than likely is going to be a very bulky, can set up light screen type of Raikou. For Hawthorne, we really don't have too much of a way to deal with for Hawthorne, other than Hydreigon with this fire type move. Cresselia, it has a lot of nasty Pokemon. So, maybe leading off Landorus and Hydreigon might actually be good here, just to deal as much damage as possible. But same thing with Dialga. Dialga can set up Trick Room and help me out a lot, but he has a lot of interesting Pokemon. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and send out Hydreigon, and maybe Landorus. Yeah, let's go ahead and send out Landorus. Mewtwo's not going to be too good. Dialga, of course, and Kangaskhan. Goodness, I want to bring in so many Pokemon here. Clefairy, I haven't brought in Clefairy yet. I think Clefairy is still a very good Pokemon, but you just need to bring it in a team that actually works with it. Maybe a Pokemon like, I don't know, Xerneas, or a Pokemon you're trying to set up with. Clefairy will be very good here. And my goodness, it's freaking cold in this room. I forgot to turn off my fan. Whew! Ooh! You can probably hear the fan in the back, but I'll probably blur it out. Just remove it. But my opponent's taking a while. Let's go ahead and start the timer. Because don't want my opponent's contemplating what to do. So I feel like the lead that I led off with is very good. Landorus and Hydreigon can deal with a lot of his pokes. Can't really deal with Kangaskhan. Well, it can deal with Kangaskhan. It can't really deal with Xerneas. So it can deal with everything else, but not Xerneas too well. The Kangaskhan is really good, of course. It's a Pokemon that can deal with a lot of things. And, I also brought in Dialga, so Dialga can do a decent amount of work. So my opponent is taking a while here. Okay, so there's 30 seconds left into the clock. My opponent is taking forever. Either my opponent AFK'd or he's just trolling me to get a free win. This is why I don't like Showdown too much. Too many, you know, weird things. And I don't get to test out anything. Yes, I could disconnect, but I want this win. I want this win. So more than likely he's gonna go and pick his pokes right now, just to either that or he AFK'd. His internet disconnected. So did his internet disconnect? Yep, he did. Okay, so that stinks. Well, there goes my time wasted. Your time wasn't wasted, really. So let's see. Oh, cool. We're at 11. We're 11-12. Why did you say 11-11? So let's go ahead and look for another battle, and hopefully we can get a good battle here. So my opponent is, look at that team. Look at that team. Pseudo Kangaskhan team. Pseudo, oh my goodness, my opponent picked he picked his teams right away. He's like, I ain't messing around with these guys. So, looks like a Pseudo Parastrap team. So, Hydreigon's gonna be a very nice Pokemon here. Dialga's gonna be very good, so I can roar out any of his Pokemon. So Dialga is gonna be a very, very, very nice lead. Of course, Kangaskhan just to deal a lot of damage to his team. And, who's better, Mewtwo or Landorus? Landorus can intimidate a lot of his pokes and can do a lot of damage to a lot of his pokes. Mewtwo can also do the same, but he doesn't have that Evoltile, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Landorus. I think Landorus is the better option. There's too many weaknesses for Mewtwo. So Gengar is gonna come out. Same thing with Whimsicott. So I think he's gonna go and try to protect his Gengar here. I can easily go for a Dark Pulse onto the Whimsicott. I think I'm gonna roar out the Gengar because I can remove it from the field. I think he's going to try to lock me down with Whimsicott, so that's pretty freaking annoying. Let's just go for a Flamethrower onto the Whimsicott. Try to do as much damage as possible and roar at the Gengar. More than likely he's going to go for... Oh, Fake Tears, okay. He's going to Sludge... Whoa, he knocked me out. That did way too much damage. That did way too much damage, and he still outsped me. So that's that's cool stuff. Cool stuff we saw there. So he lowered our defenses, so... I think I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a Fake Out onto the Whimsicott, try to knock out the Whimsicott, and switch out into Landorus, and try to intimidate his Groudon. The intimidation is going to hurt him a lot. So, Fake Out onto the Whimsicott, he's going to go and protect, which is good for me. Fake Out onto the Whimsicott is going to do a decent amount of damage. Whimsicott is pretty bulky, sadly enough, as you guys can see there. I could also go for a Rock Slide here, just try to do as much damage as possible. I think I might switch out the Kangaskhan here into the Dialga, and I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a Rock Slide here. Try to do as residual damage as much as possible here. Whimsicott is already putting in work against me, so that's good for me. That is really good for me. He's going to Encore me, which is not going to help him out. I'm going to get free damage off here, which is pretty freaking nice. His Gengar is a huge threat to me. I could roar out the Whimsicott. I could also go for another Rock Slide, seeing that Rock Slide is going to do enough damage to knock out his Pokemon. I'm also going to go... You know what? I'm going to go for a Trick Room here, and I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. He can't really lock me down into any move. He's going to Fake Tears me. Oh, that did enough damage. This Whimsicott is putting in so much freaking work against my team, sadly enough. I should be faster than Whimsicott. Of course, Whimsicott is a scary Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and Power Punch the Yveltal. Try to get as much damage as possible. No? Should I? Or should I? No, I'm going to Flash Cannon the Whimsicott, and I'm going to go for a return onto the Yveltal here. Yeah, Flash Cannon. Return the Yveltal. He's going to Encore me, which is fine. I'm going to get stuck. Wow. My opponent has the stops here. I think I lose at this point, so my goodness. My opponent outplayed me right there, so can't do anything to Whimsicott. I have to have ways to deal with Whimsicott. Whimsicott seems like a very powerful Pokemon in here, so my opponent just wrecked me with the fake tears and all that stuff, so that's pretty cool strategy by my opponent there, so I'm going to have to find a way to deal with Pokemon like that. He can bring in any Pokemon at this point. I have to go for a Trick Room. Yep. I have to go for Trick Room, so he can bring in any Pokemon. He can bring in Gengar, and it's pretty much over at that point. He can protect and just deal damage with his Whimsicott into my Kangaskhan. I'm going to have to fake out the... I'm going to have to Sucker Punch the Gengar, sadly enough. Oh, he's just going to go for Groudon. Okay. So, Groudon is a very nasty Pokemon. I'm going to have to go for Trick Room here and just return the Groudon and hopefully I can knock it out. It's not going to help out. Wait, why did he go for Tailwind for? That made no sense. But it doesn't matter because Groudon's going to do with his Piercing Blades and actually hit both of my Pokemon. So, GG to my opponent there. He did count me off guard with the Whimsicott. So, now we learned about that. So, we're going to go ahead and forfeit and give my opponent the well-deserved win. So, we did lose that one. Whimsicott pretty much wrecked us there. So, we're going to have to find a way to deal with Whimsicott. And, yeah, Whimsicott, nasty Pokemon. So, Encore and his fake tear strategy right there really did work out for him with the speed. I think with the Trick Room, it really did help me out. But since I was trapped into Trick Room, and he is a prankster Pokemon, he was able to lock me down with his Encore. I think if he didn't have the prankster ability, we could have won that game with Trick Room alone, because Trick Room does do a lot of damage. There was really nothing we could do there. We had no way to deal with Whimsicott. So we're going to find a way to deal with Whimsicott later. And probably put in Crobat or something like that. Something that can do a lot of damage to Whimsicott. Or be a lot smarter against Whimsicott. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We did get 2 wins. 2 very interesting wins and 1 very good loss. So I'm very happy with that loss. So we learned pretty much preseason, you just gotta learn, guys. Don't care about the wins or anything like that. And just keep on trucking. I don't think this is the best team ever. I'm gonna go ahead and update the team probably next week. Probably bring you another team. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later with more battle videos. Bye, guys.